Okay, we're gonna breeze through the rest of this, okay? Steph Curry here. This is an example of that release point thing. I like it, Kai. Good, really good. Nobody can shoot like you, only you can. Simple, really good. Okay, we're gonna breeze through the rest of this, okay? Steph Curry here. This is an example of that release point thing. As you can see, where the ball starts on that line is where it's releasing off of his fingertips, right? His follow through still goes in front of that line because he's shooting an object in front of him, but I want you to see how he gets vertical first. Please write that down. Get vertical first before you go horizontal in your release. A lot of shooters is opposing forces, right? Is ball is lifting up while body is sinking down, right? And then you just have to catch up, and now all your power is just coming from up here anyway, even though you did come from low, right? So instead, we need ball and hips to load down together, right, before the ball leads you up. That's gonna help all of your energy transfer immensely. And so even, this is a Pat Connaughton here, so even though it's just a little bit, can you see his rhythm of the ball and the hips dipping down together? Even though the ball stays high, he doesn't dip all the way down to his waist, he still allows ball and hips to dip with rhythm, okay? I once did a study on this in the NBA because the dip is like this big argument amongst coaches, like whether we should teach it or not. So then I watched all of the catch and shoots in the 2021-2022 NBA season. It was 33,000 data points. And of those 33,000 data points, there were only 12 made shots that had no dip whatsoever, that were catch high, keep high. You have your own shot, right? It's not gonna look like anybody else's shot, it's yours. We walk different, we talk different, we got different DNA, we move a little bit different. So it would be bananas for me to say, how tall are you, Abby? 5'9", 5'10" on the roster, yeah, okay? I'm 5'6", 5'8" on the roster, okay? And our bodies aren't gonna move the same, right? How tall are you, Joe? Okay, 6 foot on the roster, great. So all of this being said, we all walk different, we talk different, we got different DNA, we move a little bit different. I do not care what your shot looks like, I care that it goes in. I want you to shoot like you, okay? I don't want you to feel like you have to shape your body in a way that doesn't feel good. We do have to be tight, we do have to use our muscles in a way that's gonna be advantageous to our shot and to our release, but nobody can shoot like you, only you can. Turn to the person next to you and say, you can't shoot like me. You can't shoot like me, okay, I like that. So from here, can you now go all the way through your shot, but don't let your elbow come out at all. Oh, why are we teaching this? God, okay, and so here's why that doesn't work. There's something called your acromion plate. It's the thing that connects your clavicle to your shoulder. The way that thing is shaped is a ball and socket, okay? And for most of us, our arms are on our sides and not on our fronts, right? And so because of that, now I want you to turn your body slightly towards me. Just slightly, your shooting side, slightly towards me, just a little bit, so that your shooting side is lined up with me, yeah. And now, I want you to just move the ball in a straight line and frame your body with your elbows. You can't disconnect from your body. This is where we get into trouble, is if we disconnect, right? But if we just frame our body and aim, how much more comfortable does that feel in your body? There's like 100 different things you can think about when we talk about shooting a basketball. I'm gonna pick one thing for you today, I'm gonna assign it to you, here's what it is. It is moving the ball at the same speed from start to finish. That is our one mission today, is I'm gonna go around and give you personal feedback and give you all little things to work through, right? Because you're all a little bit different, but your main job today, the only thing I am going to be working on, and Coach Ashley is gonna be looking for, is moving the ball at the same speed from start to finish. This includes your dip, okay? So from the time the ball touches your hands, the speed stays consistent. You don't want to dip fast and then shoot slow, or dip slow and then shoot fast. Everything needs to be consistent speed. This will enhance your rhythm, your consistency, your power, your momentum, all of those things. Shooting side lined up here, you're gonna slightly tilt, and your job is to start the ball low and move the ball at the same speed. From start to finish, trying to get it to land on this line in front of you over and over again. Okay, this is helping us shoot straight. Okay, that first shot I missed left, that time I missed right. So I'm just playing with this until I can get the ball to land on the line over and over and over again. This is how I warm up my pros to my tiny tots. This is how I expect you to warm your shot up from now on. A lot of y'all go to tournaments and there's no space to warm up, or you got like 30 seconds to do your warm up before you got to play. This is something you could easily do on the side to get yourself lined up, to get your body right. I want you to think like you're punching through a ceiling, right? So you would never slow down and then try to punch. So just from here, can you just punch through a ceiling? Better. Sometimes extend out and then pull backwards, right? So see if you can, I love this start, your hands on the ball, everything looks perfect. See if you can just, rather than extending it out and then back, see if you can just go up, like down and up. Yes, really good. Down and up. You feel the difference there? Yeah, simpler, right? Okay, that's what I want you to fight for, just that down and up. You get under it just fine up here, so take this from up here and just keep that same, same load in your hands. Yep. Immediately gonna simplify, okay? That's your one thing. Now go same speed. Oh my gosh, that's what shooting feels like. You take feedback like a computer. Oh, okay, well I don't even have anything for you. Go, go again. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, freeze, this group, freeze, freeze, freeze. Every single one of you just about, all of you are going into your chest right now, okay? We don't want to go into our chest, okay? I want you to go into your body. Your arms should be relaxed by your sides, right? So a lot of us were taught to not let our arms be by our sides. Forget that, okay? We make shooting easy. So make sure you're coming so your thumb is even with your belly button, right? And then go up from there, okay? Excellent. I like it guys, good, really good. Same speed on the way down and the way up. Really good, really good. Good. See if you can get that wrist engagement just on the way up, because all you're doing, the only reason your shot's like a little complicated is because you're like loading on the way up. See if you can just go from when you tap your quad, you're already loaded, so you can just lift the ball straight up. Money, money. Okay, okay, freeze for a second. Okay, two things. Everybody sit into your stack, right? Sit into your stack. Okay, I see some of us in here, you've been overcoached on to stay on your toes. And so I'm not saying staying on your toes is a bad thing, but here's what happens when we don't just fight for balance instead of worrying about being on our toes. This happens, right? Where our knees just come out forward, like this is a compromised balance position, right? So it's totally fine if more of the surface area of your foot is attached to the floor. This is your whole dependency on balance is based on how much surface area of your foot can connect to the floor while you're still athletic. So please allow yourself, if you have the dorsiflexion ability, please allow yourself to just have your whole foot on the floor. That's gonna give you better balance. That's number one. Number two, hold your shooting arm out just like this, your shooting arm. Okay, this part of your arm, as I mentioned, is called your lever. Say lever, lever. I want you to pretend that if you had an egg right here in your lever, that you're not going to break it on the way up. It doesn't have to be at a 90 degree. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable and far away. It can still be at a 45-degree angle. Like I've got short arms, so I can't get a 90 degree and get leverage under the ball. But we don't want to close this angle at all on the way up. We want it to stay nice and sturdy. And I want you to start feeling sort of like a reach on the way up. Most of y'all are just used to feeling a push. You're gonna feel it more in like your lats here. It's like you're kind of reaching and using your deltoids to get the ball a bit higher, okay? So that's what I want you to play around with, is don't crush the egg and keep your feet steady to the floor. Feel that little bit more of a reach, okay? Do you know who Lou Dort is? Yeah, Lou Dort, you know who that is? Lou Dort, he plays for Oklahoma, and he's like the greatest, one of the greatest defenders in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big body. Yep. Okay, you're doing a thing with your shooting that Lou Dort does that, ooh, I wish I could help him with. You're loaded here, right? And then on the way up, you're unloading, and then you're trying to reload and do all of that later. So you're everything else about your shot looks strong. Can you keep your wrist, this shouldn't hurt, right? I don't want you to keep a ton of tension, but can you just keep that engaged the whole time and not disengage it? That's the only reason you shoot flat. Okay. Really good, really good. Yes, ma'am. Excellent, excellent rep, good. Good, twin. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Every time, Abby, really good. Okay, so right now you're dribbling and then catching and then shooting. I want you to go 2 hands down, 2 hands up. So down, even if it feels too fast for your hands, like the ball can't stop or change directions. Okay? Yeah, so it's just the way you're catching it. Don't shoot it, just do this. Yeah, you got, you stopped it and then lifted it. Okay, we want the ground to shoot it for you. Okay, so then that's like you're not stopping any of the momentum of the ball. Yes, yes, that's the one, that's the one. Yes, ma'am! Ah! Okay? 3-point line, great job, great job, great job, hustle, hustle up. Instead of getting vertical first, these will be nearly impossible to make. Okay, so we're still starting the ball low, still moving the ball at the same speed, but this time this external object is getting us into the positions that we want, so that we have to lift vertically through our face before we go horizontally towards the basket. So our main purpose here is to lift the ball up before we extend the ball out. So his thing is his lower body. Like his upper body looks fine. Like he's engaging his wrist the whole time is the one thing we gave him in his upper body. But the reason his shot is hard for him to get vertical is because he's going horizontal in his hips first, right? And then trying to go up. So if we can just get him to just stand up rather than hips drifting forward, everything is going to be put together. Yeah. Really good group. What's something you guys have learned about shooting so far? Just
you don't have to have your elbow in.
You don't have to. I mean, we can't chicken wing. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to spread up your toes and your hips and all that.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy, you know.
From the way we were all taught to shoot, right? And then we can, and what's so empowering about teaching this way is we have the data to back it up, right? We're not just saying this is how you should do it because we've always taught it this way. We have data, we have film, we have numbers to back up what we're teaching here. That's cool. So the not elbow in thing, the 10 toes thing, anything else that stood out to you guys?
Dip on the catch.
Dipping the basketball on the catch, especially for our girls. It's so funny. I think we see a no dip in because it's not like boys coaches are teaching differently, right? But our girls listen, right? And want to do it the right way, whereas boys are like, whatever, I'll do it the way it feels good. And so our girls are especially plagued by this uncomfortable feeling in shooting where it's hard for them to get power when I know 9-year-olds that can shoot NBA threes because they use physics instead of their muscles to try and shoot. That's what we're giving them. So reducing feedback leads to higher performance over time. But here's the catch to it that's really difficult for us as parents and coaches and for them as athletes is reducing feedback means they will miss more in practice. They will. But across all measures, if you take two groups, one getting constant feedback, one getting reduced feedback, constant feedback will make more shots in practice. But in a post-test performance, reduced feedback will perform better. Why? Because the brain-body connection can't happen while they're hearing our voice, right? That self-regulation, that change, that adaptation that they have to make cannot happen while they're getting feedback. It has to be theirs. We have to give room for the reps to breathe, and that can feel super awkward for us, right? That's like a dopamine hit for me because that's learning, adaptation happening right in front of our faces. It's beautiful. I never get tired of it. And so I would love to see if we could look and see if there's an athlete in here we can see making an adaptation. Okay, so Tanner has already adapted his shot. He's stopped pulling the ball backwards and he's started just going down and up. Yeah, really good. And let's see if he gets one where he pulls, that one he pulled it a little bit. And so normally what coaches would do would go in there and say, hey, make sure you don't do this. And he just adjusted it right there. Oh, we're watching it happen right in front of us, okay? Down and up, Addison, down and up. There you go. Tomorrow we will be on court for the 2 straight hours. When you come in here, go straight into your line drops, your in and ups, your boomers, some of these exercises we were using to help you gain some of these foundations. We're gonna take a ton of shots tomorrow, drink a lot of water tonight. I know some of y'all got games and stuff going on. Take care of your bodies. Before you leave here, I want you to grab the notes that you took. Don't forget that. Write down one thing that you want to remember about that you learned about your shot today, right? That like some nuance to your shot that maybe you didn't quite get it or fix it today, but that you know that's gonna be the thing you're gonna tackle tomorrow. Okay, great job, great finish to the session. Tomorrow's gonna be a ton of fun. We're gonna go foundationally, we're gonna go rhythm shooting after your warm-ups, and then we're gonna go straight into working on your power. We didn't get to it today, so we're gonna work power first, and then we're gonna go off the dribble and work, if we have time, work some advanced dribble footwork that'll allow you to be creative off the catch. Okay, good job, clap it up, let's get it, let's get it. Okay, 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 I'm gonna say shoot or shoot, you're gonna echo shoot or shoot, clap twice, hit somebody with the high five on the way out. Shoot or shoot!
Shoot or shoot!
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Good job, good job. You're welcome, you're welcome. Good job, good job, good job, good work, good work.